was a good start to spring. A lot different than last year, the first day. Obviously, there's more familiarity with the way we like to do things and the tempo we like to work at. And I thought the players came out here today and worked well. And you know, obviously we've got a long ways to go, but it was a good start for us, and they were into it, and it was fun. So it's good to be back out here again. That's what we like to do. You know, all of us, we like to be on the grass coaching and playing. And so when you get that opportunity, you just feel a little spark in their step. Well, I haven't gone that far yet. My expectations are to have a good practice every day right now. That's what we look at is it's spring right now. And so what we have to do is make improvements every day. And that's basically it. I was impressed with the way they practiced today. You know, I mean, obviously it's not perfect and there's a long ways to go, but compared to where we were a year ago at this time, you know, they understand the expectations and they understand the tempo and the pace that we want to work at. And we were much more efficient and not as many mistakes, which there shouldn't be. So we just have to keep working that way. Well, it is what it is. You know, there's nothing we can do about it. We've got 4 really good players coming in the fall, in the summer, and until they get here, it's good for everyone to get the work that they're getting. You know, so it's exciting to see Dietrich back out here. Randall did a nice job. Anthony Jefferson's getting more work. You know, we hadn't seen Ishmael out here for quite a while, and he looked good, although he's got the red jersey on, but he still moved around well. So it'll give some of the guys a chance to get more reps and develop. Well, and I think the fact that last year he was able to do a lot of the scout team work, the non-contact stuff, so he was out here getting himself familiar with reacquainting himself with the movements that you need to be able to execute to play that position and the communication and things like that. So he fit right in today. You know, he wasn't rusty. He looked fine. You know, now I think the big step for Dietrich is going to be when contact starts occurring. You know, because he has to work his way through that emotionally. It's different when you start hitting people. Yeah. We try to just jump in and go. You know, really, that's kind of honestly, it's our philosophy. Is just don't pace yourself, go. And I think that we can do that now. You know, there's really no reason to ease into it because they know what they're doing. And they understand, like I said, the expectations. So, yeah, we're light at a couple positions. You know, we're a little bit light on the offensive line. We're a little bit light in the secondary. But we got to become accustomed to it. We just got to go out and practice hard and play. Jeremy did well. You know, it's his first day out here with this type of tempo and the speed that we go at, so it was a little bit of a shock to him. Kylie, can you imagine being in Kylie's shoes? He hasn't even attended a class yet. He moved into his dorm this weekend. He's out here. He's supposed to be in high school, and he's out here running around with these guys. And I asked him afterwards how it was, and he said it was good. He said, I just have to adjust to the size, speed, and tempo. But I think he did pretty well. Now he's got to go to a couple classes. So he's going to be, by the end of the day, he's going to be blown out. You know, it's going to be interesting to see how he is tomorrow. If he can get out of bed. My gut feeling is that we'll probably see him in the red jersey the entire spring. I think that we have to make sure that we're doing the right thing with him. He's a young player. He's a talented player. He hasn't had this injury before. And so we want to make sure that we don't force him on the field too soon. I think if he can do more and more every day but stay in that red jersey, he'll gain confidence in his knee. He'll still be getting the work that he needs to get, you know, the mental work. And then when we get to San Bernardino, hopefully we can just turn him loose. He's worked really hard this winter. You know, these guys have had a lot of 7-on-7 sessions by themselves, and he's been a real leader with that. And I think the chemistry with the receivers is much stronger than it's ever been. And he just looked in command and in control today. I'm not saying every throw was perfect or every play was perfect, but the aura that he presented to everybody was, hey, let's go. You know, we understand what we're supposed to do. Let's do it. And I thought he handled it well, and I expect him to get better every day in that area.
You ready to name him the starter?
We're penciling him in, and we don't need to go through all that this year, unless you guys want to.
I was just punting.
We are looking for a punter, so if any of you guys can punt, we don't have a punter on the roster right now. Well, there's no uncertainty as to who's going to be your starting quarterback. So, you know, last year at this time when it was really a 3 or 4 man kind of competition. The receivers didn't always, they had to adjust to 4 different guys throwing the ball to them. And so what you want to do is establish a chemistry on offense, not only between the receivers and the quarterback, but the back and the quarterback, and the cadence and the communication and all of those things. And it's different with every guy. It's just a little bit different. And so now that Brett's a starter and he's firmly established, I think it'll just help us build chemistry as an offense and consistency as an offense. Well, he had the knee that we had he had the surgery, the scope on after the season, and he should be back out here in a day or two. But we want to just ease him back in, make sure that he's where he needs to be physically before we put him back on the field. But he's fine. He just has to. We just want to make sure he's strong and healthy, and he doesn't need any more setbacks.